everybody. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I'd say probably hope you guys had a good weekend, because when this gets posted, it'll be at the end of the weekend. So today we are going to be focusing on getting this fuel cell mounted and get it positioned where we want. But first, I want to go ahead and make my brackets and stuff, get everything measured out, figure out where it's going to go, and exactly what I gotta make to get it mounted. And once we do that, we're going to be pulling this off, cleaning it up, and get it painted. Alright, so we went ahead and put a rib nut insert, and I made this piece right here, left it kind of long. Went ahead, put a bolt in the washer after I drilled my hole out. Now I'm gonna pretty much try to get an idea of exactly where this guy's gonna sit. Now once we get this guy where we need it, then we'll make another brace. So like right here where it's kind of off-centered a little bit, we'll make our brace just like that. So we'll actually need to trim a little bit off to get it to where we want it. So I know I said I wanted to leave that kind of at an angle to keep the fuel down here at this bottom fitting. So I don't know if it's sumped inside. Hold on a second, I'm actually double checking real quick. I see a little baffle inside. I'm gonna double check and make sure before I actually do mount it up like that. I didn't do it. Alright, so we got our first little bracket made. So I got it all tightened up, got everything positioned where I want it. Now I'm working on the backside bracket. So I'm going to go ahead and get my hole just a tad bit bigger right there on that guy. Oh, so I can get this inserted. And we're going to be doing that with a step bit. So I'll pretty much show you guys and walk y'all through this little process. It's very simple. You just want to do a little bit at a time. It doesn't hurt to keep checking. Even though my kid just sounded like a horse. What are you doing? That's so weird. Yeah, so you just want to keep making the hole just a tad bit bigger. Keep taking your rib nut insert and just keep checking. That may have just went too big because I forgot to go to that next step. No, that'll work. Alright. So now, that was a M6 that I used. So you got all the different sizes. We use this one right here. So if you match it up, M6, left side second roll, and you'll get this guy right here. And you'll put your little M6 thread fitting on, the little end piece. So you got all your different sizes for the threading on the rib nut itself. So hopefully y'all can see this. So you just take this little handle, thread it in there nice, slowly by hand. And once you get it in there, you'll take, just like you're doing with a pair of side waters, and you'll just crimp it down. Very simple. And then you'll just take and back it back out. And there you go. So we now have threads there, and I got my bracket made already for that back portion, and I just don't know what I've done with it. I literally just have it. There it is. So I pretty much got to trim it up and stuff, but this is how it's going to be. It's going to be just like that, nice and sleek. So I'm about to make my hole right there for the bolt to go through, and then we're going to be trimming this guy down right there, and then of course on the other side as well, I'm going to make our hole right here, run a Sharpie through to touch here, and that'll let us know where we need to make our hole for right here to match the fuel cell hole. And once we do that, we'll take it back apart after we make the hole. Then I'll trim off the extra. I want to leave just a tad bit, that way I got enough running across this tab to keep more support. So I'm going to go ahead and get these holes made and get it all back on, and then more than likely while I'm painting the weight plate, I'll probably go ahead and take these brackets off and get them painted as well, just kind of make it look a little bit cleaner. So we'll be doing it all in this, the undercoating, so it'll be kind of hidden, but it'll still be there. It just won't be that raw metal look, and I think it just will look a little bit cleaner because it'll blend in with back here, just like we did the wheel wells and stuff back when we done the all-wheel drive and pretty much painted the car. I went ahead and undercoated the hole underneath the car. So I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, get these holes made and get this bracket trimmed down, and you'll see the final product in 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so here's what we made so far on the back portion. Got this guy's got a little bend in it. Got a rib nut inserted. I actually came up with the idea of putting a rib nut on this rather than using a bolt and a nut. So it'll go just like that. Always line up perfect. Left a little bit on this back side to go along the plate to keep more support. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these installed real quick. Try to find another nut to match that one, just like that. Here's the final product on the fuel cell mounts that they got right there. This thing, very, very sturdy. And like I said, you got this one right here. What? You ready to paint? You want to paint? Hey, fist bump. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out what fitting I need. So I'm probably going to run like a -6 female, -6 male, and then around a 180. What? No, we're going to paint. We got to. And then that's where our fuel line goes for the return. And I want to go ahead and get this fuel cell unbolted once again. And get those 2 little tabs. We got our undercoating at the weight plate over here. Cleaned up all the splatter from where the welder doesn't have gas. And I went around the edges whenever I shaped this out. Cleaned it up, got all the loose metal off, rounded off the corners so they're not sharp. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this undercoating. It's the next day, and as you just seen, we got the weight plate done, fuel cells mounted, everything's ready to go. I got to order a couple fittings. And there it is. It's a lot better. Done the black, like I said, like what we done on the engine bay. The mounts are bolted up. Fuel cell's not going nowhere. That fuel line tucked up right here. Exactly how we said we were gonna run it. Right up underneath. I left a little bit of extra. That way I didn't cut myself short. I tried to use one of the 180s, but it wouldn't fit. So we'll probably end up going with a, I like to go maybe do like a female -6 to a male and then do the 180. Well, it's over in my toolbox. So maybe I'll like push it further out to where it'll reach and not have the female end on the 180 hitting right here on the cell. Yeah, it's all back together now. Gotta get a 90 right here, or probably a 45. I want to run my line across there, get another 45 for the bottom fitting on the cell, and then make our lines for our fuel filter and stuff, and we'll be done with it. So that's gonna be all for this video, guys. Hopefully you all like how everything turned out. So moving forward, so as always, give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed and you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we'll be knocking out the last couple pieces to our fuel lines, and then we will be getting our battery mounted up in the car, power wires ran, and hopefully working on this toggle switch so we can get some power to the car and be able to get it started. So we got this little guy in here, so that'll go right there, and that'll allow us to put our gauges and stuff. And that's actually for the radio delete. We'll be able to get our toggle switches and stuff installed, get some relays ran to them, and fingers crossed be able to hear this thing fire up for the first time with this motor, but fire up for the first time in a little over 2 years with the car in general. So we'll see you all guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.